Good day, Rusk enjoyers. I hope each and every single one of you is alright out there in the world. It is the 1st of August and it's time for another Rust Workshop skin checks. In this video, we're going to go ahead and take a look at all of these skins that you can see here. A nice little sneak peek, a little teaser. Yes, we're going to be taking a look at each and every single one of those skins because we are on the hunt. We are on the hunt to identify any new skin continuations of collections. We are looking at this with a financial perspective. Our intention is we're looking to see if there's any new skin continuations because we might want to invest into the pre-existing skins from the same collection, because when a new skin from a collection is usually accepted in a future Rust store, we tend to see the pre-existing skins get a spike in demand and a spike in price. Therefore, it would be wise to invest into that collection beforehand if we see the skins on the workshop. Sounds good? It's all in the hunt for those delicious looking profits. So, for this video today, we're not going to be talking about the followed authors list. If you want to learn about setting this up yourself, please look at last week's video, the previous Rust Workshop skin checks. I explain all of that. So let's just jump straight in. TGG's newest list is here today, but there's no video. But do give this a good look because by default, all the skins from here have the best chance in potentially being accepted for the next Rust store. And there's a lot of brick skins. So yeah, this week it's the brick DLC being included for the August Force Wipe. However, we're here to talk about the newest Rust Workshop submissions. So of course, with every new continuation of a collection, we'll be using scmm.app to give a nice visualization in regards to whether or not the skins that are already in the collection will actually go up in price or not. And we'll talk about potential profits, and you get the idea. So, shall we get started? This is the newest batch of skins for this week. 98 skins specifically. Some of them are alternates, but we'll see that in a minute. Starting off with deployables, let's take a look at some of these deployables right here. Got a few sleeping bags, a single furnace, quite a lot of rugs today. Quite a lot of rugs indeed. Right then, so starting off with the likes of deployables, we have this OSB locker. Now, I'll be honest with you, we don't see many wooden themed lockers, do we? And you will notice this is obviously a continuation of the large wood box skin that we had fairly recently. So I believe this is made by Mr. WAGAN, Mr. Wagan, or usually called WAG. This is his OSB locker. And you know what? I'll give it to him. Does look pretty cool. An upright international, what do you call these crates? I don't actually know. So you remember this, right? You remember this. So we had this being accepted not too long ago. Last week we saw this being submitted, and guess what? We got a little sneak peek for something that's likely going to be submitted next week. The small box. I guess we'll be seeing that next week. So this right here, a locker. We have had a lot of those so far this year, haven't we? Let's just go take a look. Not only as marketable skins in a Rust store, but we've had like 3 or 4 being given away in recent Twitch Drops events, so that's a bit awkward. But yeah, oh, free, yeah, so free. So 3 marketable ones and 3 given away for free. So yeah, they're not looking too good. We used to rarely ever see locker skins, being sold and of course being given away. And then all of a sudden, there's loads. Now the newer ones are struggling a fair bit. Oh, God, that one's not looking too good. I got quite a lot of them. But anyway, moving on. As we were talking about, there was the large box that was accepted not too long ago. Just got to quickly go ahead and find it. Where might it be? There it is. Right, so at the moment, this is down by 11%. Not looking super great. But if we did see the likes of that locker skin being accepted, would things potentially improve for this? Do you know what? I think someone's already jumped in and bought out a stock. I think someone's already jumped in and bought out a bunch. I can't tell. There's only 9 stock on the Steam market. Do you understand that? That's a bit weird. Right, well, it didn't sell that much, and there's only 9 of them on the Steam market. Guys, honestly, I think if we did see that locker being accepted, it might actually go up in price. I'm very surprised by that. Is that... Oh, really? All right, then. Okay. So, bit of a funny start to this week. This is a pretty cool-looking locker skin. But when was the last one to be accepted? It was the From Hell. That was like 3 months ago. I wouldn't say no to it. It's also a matter of we don't really see too many locker skins being submitted either. But I would expect some being submitted for the likes of Halloween and Christmas. We do tend to see quite a few of them happening. So I do think we will be seeing another locker skin being accepted this year. I won't be surprised if we see another locker skin being given away as a Twitch drop. But this right here, more specifically, I think it potentially would have a nice positive impact on the likes of that large wood box. Simply because there's already hardly any in the Steam market. 9 is ridiculously low. Every Rust skin on the Steam market, on average, would have around 100 quantity. For there to only be 9, That's a bit silly. So, cool. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Best of luck to you, Mr. WAGAN. And let's move on. We have the gold fridge. Gold 999.9 fridge. This is it. So you might remember, this is a continuation of that poncho that we had accepted a good few weeks ago. Now, we have had a few skins being submitted since then, none of them accepted. They were, of course, clothing and armor skins. Well, now, Mr. Demon thought to himself, well, why don't I just release a golden fridge? Fair enough. Are you a fan of this? Do you like gold? Well, we have a golden fridge to store all of your... Imagine if you, like, bought an expensive fridge but cheaped out on all the food. I mean, it is what it is. I don't have too much to take a look at. And that poncho, well, let's go see how that's doing at the moment. Right, so that's down by 48%. No, 43%. Still not looking the best, unfortunately. But if we were to see the fridge being accepted with the likes of this, potentially spike in demand, spike in price, I don't think so. I think we'd need a whole lot more primitive gold skins to go with it. It by itself, not the best. And a fridge, well, you can't really carry a fridge around with you. It's not going to really match up well with anything still. So I don't think the likes of a fridge is going to make a huge, amazing, crazy impact on the poncho. So... don't think so. But independently, a golden fridge, a marketable one, I think a lot of people might like that. Not, I know it's a bit, I know it's a bit straightforward, but why not? I mean, screw it. Right, so best of luck to you, Mr. Demon. Now we have the chips sleeping bag. Yes, it's a sleeping bag, but it's actually a bag of chips. Well, I call them crisps. They're crispy. They're not chippy. They're crispy. Moving on, right. So, coupled chips, flaming hot. Wow. Fair enough. This is actually a pretty cool idea because, as you can see in the little opening here, normally the bit where you obviously sleep in, you can see how some of the chips are already kind of falling out of the bag. So that's a pretty cool. It's a fun concept, and you can clearly see Shino and Frog. They are masterminds, you see, very creative. Just for the joke alone, I think it's pretty funny. It doesn't look like this glows in the dark, so for a creative idea, props to them. Would you like to see the chip sleeping bag? I forgot to mention, we of course have this entire list available to you right now. If you were to look in the description, because you're watching this on YouTube right now, aren't you? You will see that there is a link to this whole collection. You can look at every single one of these skins yourself, and you can vote yes or no if you like them or not. Sounds good? Now, if you don't happen to like it, at the very least, could you at least go to the comments and offer some sort of feedback? Be nice, concise, straight to the point. Try and help them out if you can. And if you like the skin as well, feel free to offer some nice words. Keep them motivated. Keep those skin creators wanting to keep putting out wacky, crazy, fun, goofy ideas, whether it's going to be sensible or not. Keep them motivated. Keep wanting to make more skins. And you might have even more fun Rust Wars in the future. Sounds good? So, helpful, kind words do go a long way. Those are the chip sleeping bags. And best of luck to you two, you crazy, crazy people. Now we've got the Thermo sleeping bag, probably a lot more grounded in terms of its idea. It is a sleeping bag that will probably keep you nice and warm in the snowy environments. Not literally, I'm just joking about in regards to the theme of what this is, but yep, Thermo style sleeping bag. I do believe Mr. Shaft and Sky Noise recently have been making the Thermo primitive clothing. Fair enough. Cool idea, cool concept. Obviously, some skins that are more specifically supposed to be used in the likes of the snow environment, based on the theme. But yeah, it's just primitive clothing skins. And now we have a sleeping bag, so we're diverging into a different type of skin. I think it looks perfectly fine. Do you happen to like a nice foily type of sleeping bag? Please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you two. Let's move on. We have an alien furnace. So, if you were hoping to see Little Ranger continuing that Abyss Tier 2 or Tier... okay, so basically, we recently had the Abyss Tier 3 set being accepted. 1 second. My nose was being really weird there. Sorry. Oh, it still is. Alright, moving on. We recently had this being accepted, and we were very much looking towards the idea of potentially seeing Abyss Tier 2 or Hoodie and Pants being submitted this week. Nope, we got the Alien Furnace. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, Be patient. Sometimes skin creators like to wait a little while before they move on to the next clothing and armor piece. So what we have here is the Alien Furnace made by Little Ranger and Groomer Katarina. Get a good look at him. He's very goofy. I hope he comes in peace. Alright, so, alright, still playing. Sorry about this. It's like fluff or something. No wonder he's shocked. He's watched me do all this. Sorry, alien, I scared you. Right, so if you want to have a funky, goofy-looking alien in your base as it cooks you all that delicious metal, please consider voting yes or no. And I'm very sorry about that, Skin Crodus. My nose is just playing up really weirdly there. Right, so best of luck to you, Little Ranger and Grumo Katarina. And guys, don't worry, I'm pretty sure we're going to be seeing Abyss probably next week or the week after. It sold very nicely. Yeah. So we'll be doing our abnormal bilders tomorrow, won't we? Oh, yes, we will. Moving on, we now have some rug skins. Here we have the War Carpet. This is made by Trakmer. Get a good look at this. It's a nice little, somewhat basic rug design of many different weapons all displayed on the likes of some carpet. Pretty cute, pretty cute. Get a good look at that. Oh, it's like a toy set. Yay! So if you happen to like that, please consider voting yes or no. Then we have the orthopedic rug. Yes, we have. This is made by Just Mouse. What is this? It's like gym equipment, isn't it? Do you know where you get those things? Like, you can buy these separately and you can just kind of connect them all together, put them in like a room. You can have it like your own special type of gym. They're quite expensive, by the way, aren't they? Moving on, I guess that's what the idea is. Yeah, it's supposed to be good for your feet as well, apparently. I usually kind of connect these more in regards to the likes of gyms. Maybe Mr. Just Mouse has a personal story or something in regards to something like this. I don't know, but it's a rug. Do you like it? It's very colourful. Feel free to go ahead and vote yes or no. So, moving on, we have the likes of the Stop Word Rust Glow. What's this? It's a rug. What is going on here? So it's got like a chain and... Oh, right. I know what it is. I just looked at it a little bit better and then I realised, oh, I get it now. Right, so the special word is stop. Yes, let's just go with that. Slafney, I feel so stupid, the fact that I didn't realise what I was looking at until I probably looked at it. It's a helpful rug. It'll keep you nice and restrained. Oh, and it glows. Lovely. Yeah, that's going to help. So, without many words, only one word will save you. Exactly that, Mr. Slevny. Exactly that. So if you happen to like this, please consider voting yes. No. Now we got a more realistic design, it seems. So this is made by Christina, or Chris as written there, and they've quite literally made a shark. A shark to put on your floor. A shark to put on your walls. Wow. Now it also comes in a second version, which has like a wooden casing to hold it up. As in, oh yeah, I caught this shark just around the corner here. Now I've got it all nice displayed on my wall. Pretty cool idea to it. It's more like a wall decoration rather than a rug, though. I'm not sure if that's going to be perfectly fine. It's up to Face Punch. But wall mounts as an actual item in Rust, that would probably be a cool idea, wouldn't it? Imagine if you would actually catch a shark and then you can stuff it and then put it in your wall. That could give some comfort or something. That would be pretty sweet, wouldn't it? But no, this is a rug, and I'll be honest with you, pretty cool in the design, and you can see how they made the mesh and whatnot. So, best of luck to you, Christina. Do you happen to like sharks, or do you happen to not like sharks? Either way, you can stuff it and put it on your wall. So, that's a rug. Just to reiterate, that is a rug. If you like it, please consider voting yes or no. Now we're going to go take a look at some other skins. We have storages now. We've got small boxes and we got large boxes. We are almost done. Yes, we are. Right, so starting off with the small boxes, we have apple pie order wood storage. Yes, this is a small box. It's like a crate full of very sweet and delicious sweet gala and high acid granny apple apples. Yes, yes. Don't you like apples? Who could say no to some apples? Mr. Neville 112 and Valorca, they've gone ahead and made this very nice looking apple crate small box. So if you happen to like it, please consider voting yes or no. The actual name is apple pie order. So You got to be aware of this. Face Punch very likely will change names from skins from the workshop. Happens all the time. So if that sounds a bit odd, Face Punch might change it themselves. So if this were to be accepted, and the way to support them for that to happen is to consider voting yes or no. The choice is yours. Best of luck to you too. Let's now move on to the next skin. What do we have here? The small box, the Hypnosis small box. Ooh. Moving on. So yes, this is made by Mr. Ike Vinier and Cirque. Get a good look at that. Now this comes in two versions. What might the other version look like? This. So this is more like an optical illusion. You've seen this all before. When you kind of stare at it for long enough, you can fit. It kind of looks like it's all slanted and whatnot, even though it's straight. Yep, we've seen all this before. I wouldn't call it hypnosis. I'd call it an optical illusion. So best of luck to you, Mr. Ike Vinier. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Next skin is the Constellation Storage, a continuation of the Constellations collection. So this is made by Mr. Quincy and Smoothie. Here we are. Let's go take a look at this. We have not seen a Constellation skin since January, I believe. It's been quite some time, and here we are. So it's been a long time. We've got a very high price for this double sheet metal door. Not surprising, because we hardly ever see skins for that. The armored door's doing quite all right. And, of course, the garage door, kind of struggling a little bit, but only by a little. Let's go take a look at this. Honestly, the garage door here is probably the skin that's going to be a lot better impacted by the likes of the small box being accepted. If we see the likes of Constellations collection getting like a second win with a whole bunch of skins being accepted all over again, this garage door very likely will get spike in demand, and of course the price will go up, because gradually, bit by bit, these quantities will disappear and the price will just keep climbing and climbing and climbing. So I do think the garage door right here is very nicely potentially going to go up in price if we do see the likes of that small box being accepted. But I must point out, we've had a lot of Constellation skins being submitted this year. For some strange reason, Face Punch has not accepted any since January, and that's well over half a year ago. So, as I said, maybe we might see a whole bunch more being accepted from here on now. Possibly. We shall see. But the likes of these two skins here, they're already quite high in price. I don't imagine a lot of people might be jumping in and buy some. Could still happen. But yeah, only 52 quantity here and only 38 quantity here. Well, we'll just see, won't we? But I do expect a positive impact if we do see another Deplorable being accepted to that Deplorable collection. Best of luck to you, Quincy and Smoothie. Now we have the Pack of Cards gun box. So, yeah, looks like Mr. Lysaint and Zalodno are now making their attempts at the likes of this storage collection, it looks like. And it looks like they're going with a card theme. Now, this isn't the first attempt for a card theme, but a card theme would potentially be considered that special fourth ingredient. This is something we talk about all the time. Basically, with a storage collection, the most recent acceptances for the collections have been the graffiti storage and the scientific storage. And they have 4 different things. A different colour, a different name, title, you get the idea. And they also had different pictures. But there's always that extra something that help make it stand out. So for likes of the scientific storage, the scientific formulas and whatnot, based on what type of box it was. They had some special formulas written down in relation to whether it was like the electrical storage. You know, you see all like the electrical waves and whatnot on the thing and how electricity works. Fuel storage had like the compounds and the data in regards to the elements and whatnot in the fuel. You get the idea, something special in that. Graffiti utilised all of the storage's themes and incorporated it into the actual graffiti style. And yeah, that was the special thing that made it stand out. What makes each and every single one of these large boxes stand out and individual compared to all of the other ones, where it isn't just a different colour, different picture and different name. So, stuff like that. And cards would potentially be that special fourth ingredient. So, where does it go from here? Where does it go from here? Because I can see that's a G. What does the G mean? What's that all about? Lysaint, Zalodno, you need to explain yourselves. If we do see another storage next week, what's it all, you know, how's it going to look? What's the changes that we're going to see? So, yeah, things might be a little bit silly, I don't know, but we'll have to wait until we see at least another box to compare this with, because they don't have like an image showing multiples. So, yeah, if you like the idea of this, please consider voting yes or no. Moving on, we do have the likes of the Funhouse prize box. Yes, over the past few weeks, Mr. Micro and Morphus have been making some very nice and goofy carnival-style deplorable skins, they might have a bit of a wicked twist with them if you could notice some of the scary elements. But yes, pick your prize. What would you like? An armadura, a face mask, or an AK-47? Step right up, folks, step right up. We've also got glow in the dark. Get a good look at that. It all wrapped around, all nice, shiny in your face, much like what you'd see at the carnivals and whatnot. Do you want to win some prizes? Are you feeling lucky? Would you like to see this being accepted? We've got old creepy eyes there in the background. Please consider voting yes or no, and don't forget, you can go look at all of the skins in this collection by yourself. If you look at the description right now for this YouTube video, you'll see the collection link. You can go look at all of these skins that we've seen, and you can vote yes or no for all of them. You can also go to likes or comments, and you can offer some kind words or offer some feedback if you don't happen to like it that much. Be nice, concise, straight to the point, try and be helpful, keep these skin creators to be motivated, and now keep providing to you very nice creative ideas. Best of luck to you, Micro, and Mr. Morphus. And now we have Mr. Sir Q. What's going on here, Sir Q? So did you help Ike Finier and one box, and now you got your own box, or something? Did he add you without you knowing? I don't know. So you're not really supposed to have more than one submission a week. You're allowed to have alternate versions, like a change in the textures and whatnot. That's fine. But you're not really supposed to be submitting two separate skins. So not sure what's going on there. Maybe Ike Finier probably offered it him because he helped him out a little bit. I'm not 100% sure. But we do know that this is the From Heaven collection, which Mr. Sir Q has been working on for quite some time. Last week we saw the double sheet metal doors. The week before that we had a very cool looking AK. And now, as you can see here, we got this large box. Get a good look at that. Now, it wouldn't surprise me if this potentially glows. So let's just see if there's a night time. There we go. There we go. Right, my nose is still playing out. What's going on here? I'm not sick or anything. It's just really itchy. It's like I've tickled it or something. I don't know. Things are weird. Everything's weird with me. I'm weird. So, yep, if you like what you see, please consider voting yes or no. Mr. Sir Q is the skin creator who made the likes of the From Hell collection and whatnot, so maybe you might to see a From Heaven collection. Do you not realise the connection right there? He's made From Hell, and he now wants to make a Heaven set. Please help him. Otherwise, he'll always forever be stuck with hell. Moving on, we have the Elite Tier crate from Brust. So this is the loose collection of all of the storages that obviously reference the storages, the loot crates and loot boxes that we find in Rust. So Jeeba, Slivkey, they've made all of these. If you can remember, we've had quite a lot of these being accepted. You're not allowed to have a fake toolbox. It's too exploitable, so that's not going to happen. But now they've moved on to this. I'm not sure if medical care crate would be accepted. It's like a very, very minor change. I don't imagine that would be allowed. We shall see. But yep, this is the newest one. It glows in the dark. You can see it's got like some glowing bits there. If you'd like to have an Elite Crate storage in your base, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Jeeba and Slivkey. Now we've got the Antique Black. Oh yeah, I should have... Back to here, because these don't really have like a very noticeable pattern among them, and as I said, it's a loose collection. I don't believe this will have any impact on the likes of these other skins that are accepted, so that's why I didn't even bother. So no, I don't expect this, if it were to be accepted, would have an impact on this. I see no need to potentially invest into the likes of these skins. Right, moving on. Antique Black Largewood Box. This is actually a continuation. We have Antique Black Furnace. Wasn't that last year? Antique Black. Let me just... I didn't know. Damn it. Why, SCMM.app? Why must you stop at the worst possible times? Antique Black. Antique Black. There we go. Antique Black Furnace. This was it. So it's not even a collection. It's just a furnace. And this, at the moment, selling for $1.73. What price did you sell for on a Rust store? $1.99. So I guess we'll just go take a look at you. Apparently there's only 56 of these on the Steam market at your own pace, mate. Here we go. Right. So, oh no, 55 now. So if we were to see the likes of the large box being accepted, would there be a potential positive impact on this? I'm going to sit here and say I don't think so, because I don't think a lot of people are aware of this furnace skin. It's not exactly super standout and crazy in terms of design, which would normally be the skins that get bought and used a whole lot more. This is a much more grounded and rather nice intricate type of design. Some people do like these types of skins, but out loud and colourful and crazy tend to kind of stand out for a lot more people, and yeah. But I think it could potentially lead to something. If we saw a whole bunch of antique black skins being submitted and accepted, I wouldn't be surprised that that really does turn into a bit of a profit. We did see that recently with the likes of the porcelain furnace. It was the only porcelain deployable skin. In fact, I could show you. When was the garage store accepted? Here we are. So, porcelain deployable. This was the only deployable skin to be accepted in the whole collection, and as we have seen more and more of these skins being submitted and accepted, that being deployable skins, this has been only going up and up and up and up and up. So this was sitting at around, well, I'll just show you. So this was kind of just sitting at around, let's see here, about $1.40, $50 for a fairly reasonable amount of time. Oh look, we got more of these porcelain deployable skins being submitted and accepted. Spike in demand, spike in demand, spike in demand, and of course, spike in price. This is now sitting at a very nice $7.27. That's a whole lot better compared to $1.50, and I own about 10 of these, so that's very, very nice. Could it go even further? Very likely, because the porcelain collection is doing very nicely. But sticking back to here, yes, if we did see a whole bunch of antique black deployable skins being submitted and potentially accepted, yes, I basically envision the exact same thing happening to the likes of that furnace, the antique black furnace. I basically think it will emulate exactly what happened with the porcelain one. That was hard to get out, I don't know why. I'm a hedge, I like to ramble. So, yeah, sorry about that. Cool, I've been talking for a very long time, but I don't think I got through enough skins. Let's pick up the pace. Let's start going through all the doors. So, best of luck to you, Mr. Multi-Name and Marco. Now, right. Make it faster, Hedge. Let's go. We've got some goofy door skins. Do you like goofy door skins? Well, you're in luck because we've got a lot of them. Goofy door skins, away we go. Starting off with this wooden door, we have the spiral wooden door. Don't stare at it for too long. You might get hypnotized, which is weird because we literally just had the hypnosis box. But anyway, moving on. Get a good look at this. It glows in the dark. Pretty cool. Not too crazy in terms of its design. Maybe you don't really want a crazy design. Maybe you just want something nice and straightforward. This could potentially be that skin that you're looking for. Do you like it? Well, best of luck to you, Mr. Algorithm. And Algorithm, which one's the real one, I don't know, but we'll have to find out at a later time. So yes, let's see if that goes anywhere. Let's see if it works out well. Please consider voting yes or no. Now let's move on. What do we have here? Sheet metal doors. This is the voltage sheet metal door. This is made by Mr. Ghost. Voltage sheet metal door. It glows. I will not be adding a non-glow version as the design. I just feel wouldn't work right. Okay, I get the idea. So basically it's just him explaining don't expect a non-glowing version because it wouldn't really match the theme. So we have this. It's the high voltage. Danger. High voltage. Glowing light in only the upper part of a door. Very useful at night time because you can crouch in front of the door and people won't notice. So people do like this. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Let's see if you'll vote yes or no. The choice is yours. Best of luck to you, Mr. Ghost. Best of luck. Sorry for playing with my nose again. Why do I keep playing with my nose? Because it keeps being ticklish. I can breathe. No, I can't. Yes, I can. All right, moving on. So, archived objects, sheet metal door. This is made by Mr. I can't actually. You know what? I don't actually know how to pronounce your name. Should we just say Nebula? Or moving on. Archived objects, sheet metal door. It's a pretty weird look and design. It's like trying to incorporate like a 3D perspective in various different ways from the spinning like tiles here, the weird blobs, the cuboids. It's messing up my head. What's going on here, Nebula? What are you doing to me? I can't... It's hard to perceive. It's a bit strange. If you have an explanation... do tell if you're going to turn this into a deployable collection, because it's quite confusing. Not really MC Escher-esque, but just kind of weird to kind of look at. So best of luck. He definitely went with an outlandish idea. Best of luck to you, Nebula. Moving on, we have the likes of the sealed sheet metal door. This is glow in the dark, and my nose is still playing up. Ah! Right. Oh. I don't know. I really don't know. It's like the outer part. Right, where were we? Anyway, moving on. Sealed sheet metal door. This is made by Vase and Hanushka. Looks like they're taking a break from the porcelain collection at the moment. What is going on here? Is this like a... Oh, is this like a creepy paranormal thing? I don't know. I don't know what this is referencing. I don't know. There's nothing written down or anything, but this is glow in the dark. All the writing glows. That looks pretty goofy. Scary. Sorry. I am very sorry about this. What? Oh, I don't want to restart everything because I'm 30 minutes in. So everyone's just going to think I'm a weird... I'm very sorry, Vase and Anushka. I'm trying to get through this, but my nose is just randomly playing out. Again, it's not like sinuses or anything. It's like, it's just really ticklish. Dark spirits have haunted my nose. I need to seal it off like this. Just wrap it all around. I won't be able to see anything. But yep, this is like, I don't fully understand what's going on here. It's obviously referencing something. Vase, if you see this, if you see the video, please feel free to explain what this is. But it kind of looks cool. And at night time, as you can see, all the writing that was written there glows in the dark. Kind of spooky. I like it. Let's see what happens. Do you like it? Please consider voting yes or no. My apologies about what happened there with my nose. Maybe I should grow a mustache so it can always keep it in place. Right, so Jesslyn and Xenia Paris have gone ahead and made a weapon rack door. This is something that's to be expected some point down the line. So basically, we know we're going to have Brick DLC appearing for this Force Wipe. But what we've also seen on pre-staging are weapon racks. Now, we got a first glimpse of them about 2 weeks ago, but face punched themselves, the devs. They said, look, we're just letting you get a good look at them, but we don't feel confident to release it just yet. Maybe they'll release it next month. Maybe they'll release it further down the line. But unfortunately, because of that, I kind of get the feeling they probably wouldn't accept this. Not yet, at the very least. So Jessin, Xenia Paris, if it's not accepted, because of course they're not releasing it this week, or maybe they are. You know what? I do have... Let's go over to here. Oh, wow, it's my YouTube. And what do we have over here on Twitter? Yep. So this has been said, but there's been no mention of the gun racks this week. So I don't think it's coming out this week. So awkward timing, but you could always re-release it. You could tweak it a little bit more, release it as a version 2. You get the idea. You've been making skins for a long time, you two. So yeah, it's a cool idea. It's just the content isn't actually coming out yet. So we shall see. So basically what I'm alluding to is, you know how last week we had all of those brick skins being submitted? Well, they all were submitted at just the right time, because they're all now typical picks, as you can see here. If we just scroll down into the deployables bit, you'll see brick and brick and brick and brick. Sorry, brick and brick and brick. But you get the idea. So all of those skins are now typical, and they very likely will be the skins that will get picked out for the next Rust store. So what I think Mr. Jessin and Xenia Paris were hoping for was this was also going to be released this week, but unfortunately it isn't. So yeah, it's not probably going to happen. It's not a bad idea. It's just, yeah, awkward timing. So hold it back for a while and then re-release it at a later point. Maybe next month, maybe the month after. We don't know. We've just seen an early glimpse of it. So moving on, we have a continuation of a collection. Yes, if you can remember, we've had the likes of the Capybara Rock. We've had the likes of the Capybara Furnace. And now, wouldn't you believe it, we've got a Capybara sheet metal door. I think you need to know the password to get in. I don't know. You pull up, I guess. Yeah, have you noticed this little joke? So if we could just quickly go over to here. If I were to show you all the Capybara skins, they have like a little Easter egg. Now, I know they used to do this all the time, but the more recent skins, they don't really do this anymore. But if you look at the comments section a little bit right here, you'll see it. So you don't see this that much for newer skins, but they have got them for the Capybara skins. Pull up, then push down. And then over to here, pull up, then smelt. So we don't see many of these anymore. Like, this was very strange to find out and discover. I did post this on Twitter not too long ago. Guys, hear me out. If we see this being accepted... Oh, wait. I've got to go back over here now. Hopefully I don't get those mixed up. If we see this being accepted, we'll probably see another one of those things appear. Ha ha ha. Yeah, well, anyway, moving on. Capybara Collection. This is made by Mr. Keke, and I believe this store is also being helped out by 1SQ. So we've got the likes of the Rock, not doing the best at the moment, not exactly doing terrible, and the Furnace is holding on at the moment. if we see the Capybara door being accepted. Will we see a spike in demand for these two skins? I think yes. Capybara collection could turn into something very goofy. I think Keke jumped the gun too early and released the likes of the tier 3 armor and the hoodie and pants. If you aren't aware, he made this. He wanted you to become a furry. Yes, he did. He was almost successful. Face Punch didn't want to accept the skins. How dare they? But basically, yes, I do think the likes of the Sheepman Adore being accepted could have a positive impact on the already existing Capybara skins. And from here, we would expect even more Capybara skins. How far will they go? Who knows? Maybe we'll see a big garage door Capybara. Maybe we'll see an armored door Capybara. Maybe we'll see double door Capybaras. Maybe we'll see a large box, a small box. Who knows? Who knows? Capybara collection could very well turn into a pretty goofy idea, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people would greatly appreciate it. Based on the sales that these two skins have had, 32,000 and 23,000, I'm pretty sure people would welcome the idea of a Capybara door. And you probably are aware of the likes of Easter, because this type of theme has been done before by the same skin creator, made by Mr. Keke. You can remember the Easter Chick door. So this goofy little guy, if you can remember, we've already had him before. I was fully expecting that we would eventually see the Capybara door exactly like this, and lo and behold, it's finally happened. So, yep. Best of luck to you, Mr. Keke, and best of luck to you, Mr. 1SQ. Yep, let's now move on. Now we have the likes of the gun room garage door. This is made by Mr. Epic, and I think that's it. Yep, it glows in the dark. Guns. He clearly made this probably for the expected gun racks release, but it doesn't look like it's this week, so awkward timing again, much like with Jessen's skin. So if you like it, you could still vote for it. You could just have a gun room regardless. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you have guns everywhere. Every room's a gun door. Yay. So yeah, best of luck to you, Mr. Epic. Sorry if you hear noises in the background. I have no control over that. Other people live here. Right, so workshop. Sorry, I read that. I was meant to say Sad Happy's Bone Altar Garage Door. Yep, get a good look at this. We are now on 2 garage doors. Get a good look at that. Wait, we just had a garage door previously. Hedge, you're out of your mind. Yes, I am. Sorry about that. So this is inspired by the bone armor and Disgol mask, made by Mr. Sad Happy. Yep. Get a good look at this. Do you like what you see? Pretty gnarly. I like how you had him right next to it to give a good reference. So, looks pretty cool, referential to content in the game. Do you like it? Please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Sad Happy. And, you can see the render there of the, just the mesh. So, very nice, very cool. Now, Puppy Massacre Blood Hunter 3000. What? What's that about? Dark Schneider? Zed Skipper? What? So, yeah, apparently this is a stone cold murderer puppy. He's going to kill you. If you get too close, don't go near the garage door. I don't know. This is an incredibly goofy, silly idea. If you happen to like murderous puppies, please consider voting yes or no for this cute little ray of sunshine. He's killed all of these horses. Hooray! We have another Sacred Tree door. So for the past few weeks, we've been seeing this design. We have now got it on a garage door. A very nice, good-looking, glow-in-the-dark door right there. So this is made by NFN. He's been trying to see if he could get any of these being accepted. He's continuing. I believe this is the 3rd one so far. Yep. All right. So, let's see if that turns into something. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. I like the idea of it. Looks cool. Kind of creepy, but it's all right. We'll like to have some fairly creepy looking skins every now and then. Best of luck to you, Mr. NFN. Right, this is the Cobalt Labs garage door made by Bastaz. Get a good look at this. Very miniaturized design, yes. Grounded, looking cool. And I believe we have a second version over here. No, I swear we had a second version. Nope, I got that mixed up with something else. Right, well, if you happen to like this, go ahead and vote for it. Yes or no, what do you think? Best of luck to you, Mr. Bastaz. Best of luck to you. We have the armored door. Let me just quickly check. Is this the one with the... Yeah, this is the one. Yeah, I got this. I got them mixed up. My apologies. So, Mr. Drug Vlad has made the bad news armored door. Get a good look at this. It's got like graffiti all over it, a wanted sign, a random bit of newspaper. Pretty cool, pretty goofy. Right. So you can see that. And then we have a glow-in-the-dark version with the exit sign glowing. So this is an armored door with glowing only in the top half, which is pretty cool. So one side has the exit sign, the other side has the danger sign. Pretty cool, pretty cool. So, do you like it? Would you like to see that potentially being accepted? Please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Drug Vlad. Pretty cool looking idea there, buddy. Let's see if that works out well for you. Now we've got the gun rack armoured door. Novarom, you're not the only one to do this. So again, it's another person who made a skin inspired by upcoming content, which doesn't appear to be releasing this week. Awkward. Awkward. But yeah, this is like a gun rack being converted into a door, and as you can see, it is glow in the dark. Pretty cool, pretty cool. If only you could actually put your weapons on it, that would be nicer. But yep, it is what it is. If you like what you see, please consider voting yes or no. But awkwardly, it's referencing content that isn't coming out this week. Sorry about the noise if you can hear that. Then we have the Tempered Armored Door version 2. Yes, it's very silly. I was actually talking about this last night when I was doing my video in regards to complete the sets. What type of skins could we potentially see? And I referenced the Tempered Armored Door, but that was version 1. This is version 2. You might notice it's quite a bit more colourful. You know why? Because he coloured in the actual hatch bit as well this time. Cool! So, earlier this year, Mr. Emilio Frito was very successful with his tempered deployables. Yes, after many years of making various tempered weapons and clothing and armour, he decided, you know what, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to go try and see if I can get some deployables accepted. And he did, and we saw quite a lot of them. We had a big box, a small box, we had a garage door, what else did we have? I can't remember everything off the top of my head, but when we got to the double sheet metal door and the armoured door, everything stopped. Fair bit awkward, but it looks like he's moved back to it and he's made an improved design on the armoured door. So if you'd like to see some more tempered deployables, please consider voting yes or no for that. And as we go take a look, you'll see all the most recent tempered skins to be... Oh, actually, no, we did have the primitive stuff. That is not looking too good at the moment. Awkward. But yeah, we had a sheet metal door, garage door, and these 2 storages. And then it stopped. Don't know why it stopped. Will we see it return? Will we see it start all over again with more and more deployables? It's in your hands, people. Are you going to vote? Are you going to vote yes or no? Will we see Emilio Frito and Sakati Semilias getting another skin accepted? Because they have loads. Best of luck, best of luck. Right, so, yes, I do think the likes of those deployables, so we could go back over to there. Tempered. No, tempered. Tempered. I do think the likes of the deployables would have a bit of spike in demand, a spike in price. I would expect that. But the more expensive ones, probably I wouldn't go near them, but the storages would be approachable. In the long term, regardless, I do think tempered skins just go up in price anyway. The clothing skins, I usually see that happen every post-Christmas. So if you are willing, regardless, as a safety option, you could just hold on to these for a few more months and then you'll be able to sell them for a comfortable profit around December, January time. So if you think it's worth the attempt, keep it in mind. And as I already alluded to, we do have a complete the sets on the horizon, potentially. Every September there's been a complete the sets. I know we had complete the sets back in May, but I'm starting to think we're going to have 2 separate complete the sets now. One earlier in the year and one towards the end of the year. And September is literally next month, so we shall see. If you want to learn a little bit more about that, please consider watching this video right here. Rust Complete the Sets 2023 ? A skin submission montage. And I think I will change that thumbnail because it's a bit convoluted. I didn't mean to do that, but I was kind of rushing for a thumbnail. Oops. Right, then we have the Brick Armored Double Door. It's another brick themed skin, potentially, hopefully trying to get in just in time for the likes of the Brick DLC that will be introduced, of course, in 2 days' time with the August 3rd Rust Door. And this is made by KVA and Hello. What did I say that weirdly? What is up with me today? So Hello and KVA, they've gone ahead and made this Armored Double Door. Now, Armored Double Doors are a fair bit awkward in terms of, well, Face Punch just doesn't really like double door skins. We rarely ever see them being accepted. It is what it is. So I'd like to see an Armour double door being accepted, but I'm not thinking it's going to be definitive. But I'm yawning now. Sorry. When I talk for a very long time without breathing enough, it makes me yawn. It's my fault. I did that. Sorry. Yes. Please consider voting yes or no. Please show your support, and we can see whether or not this potentially gets accepted in 2 days' time. So best of luck to you two. That was the last deployable skin of the batch for this week. We have shown off all of these deployable skins right here in front of you, but which one of them stood out the best to you? Which of these deployable skins do you reckon has the best chance of potentially being accepted? Feel free to comment right now on the YouTube video. I'm going to take a quick break, having a quick drink, and you can think on that. And then we're going to move on to weapons and tools. Right, so let's start off with the likes of the weapons and tools. We have some rock skins right there for salvage sword, when we got various tools here. All right. So, first up, we have a brick rock. Yes, as I've already alluded to, this week we're going to see the introduction of the brick DLC, and we're still seeing brick skins being submitted. This is made by Mr. JJ. It's fairly straightforward. It's a rock, and it's meant to be obviously referencing brick walls. Amazing. So, if you want to throw a brick wall at someone's head, please consider voting yes or no for Mr. JJ. And do not forget, if you are watching this on YouTube right now, look at the description. You will see that there is a link to the collection right there and available to you. You can go through all of the skins that we've looked at so far, and you can go ahead and vote for them you can vote for them yourself. Whether you like them or not, please consider doing so. And if you don't happen to like a skin, please consider offering feedback in the comment section. Be nice, concise, and straight to the point. And if you do happen to like the skin regardless, you could also still offer a nice, very nice comment. So yeah, it goes a long way. Keeps the skin creators nice and motivated. Sounds good. Awesome. So moving on, we have the Deep Crack Mud Rock. Sorry about the noise. Yes, it definitely looks like mud. We're just going to roll with that. So this is made by Gajunal. Get a good look at that. Yep. It's definitely made out of mud. Don't question it. It's definitely made out of mud. So if you like the idea of this, please consider voting yes or no. It is Deep Crack Mud Rock. Over here we have something that looks rather tasty. Yes, it's the Gelato Rock. Get a good look at that. Someone's taken some bites out of it. Alright, so it's always nice when they supply a GIF. Thank you very much, Mr. Anubis Dunk. So you can see all the references, the delicious, delicious references. Which of these ice creams looks the best to you? Personally, I'd go straight for the nice looking vanilla there. You know the vanilla, the type of vanilla ice cream we can still see like the vanilla bits in it and whatnot. Those are the best ice. Those are the best. Those are the best. Yes. So yeah, I like that. Looks good. Nice looking ice cream rock there, buddy. Probably a very nice skin for the likes of the summer. Still very hot, and I think a lot of people would like to have this in their hands. So best of luck to you, Mr. Anubis Dunk. And for you watching, please consider voting yes or no. Then we have the Ice King. Oh, that's a look. What's going on there? Why does it look weird? Oh, it's done on purpose. Oh, it's done on purpose. It's like it's under the ice. I see. Right. Okay, that's cool. So this is a salvage sword skin. Doesn't look like it glows. No mention of it saying it glows. It's very shiny. Obviously, it's made out of ice. And the polar bear has eaten his head. Cool. Right, so yeah, no image of this in the night time, so I don't think this glows in the dark. Nope. So if you think we need another salvage sword skin, please consider voting yes or no. To the sunset, best of luck to you. Then we have the JPEG tools. So we've seen quite a lot of JPEG skins being submitted over the past year. And, well, let's see if we can see a bit of a return to it, because we haven't seen a JPEG skin being submitted in quite some time, have we? GBG's most recent skins, what have we seen? Yeah, no JPEG skins in quite some time. So, if you like the idea of this, the stylized, what do you call this again? I have completely forgotten the style. Yep, let's go with Borderlands, cel-shaded, there we go. Cel-shaded style. If you like the cel-shaded style, cel-shaded style, please consider voting yes or no for GBG and Mr. Trigger. There we go. Forgot how to say it. Right, not too... Oh, actually, it's a continuation of a collection. Duh. JPEG. I'm a fool. Sorry. Right. So, as I alluded to, we have had a lot of JPEG skins. In terms of clothing and armor, still waiting for likes of the tier 3 and whatnot. In terms of weapons, we've already got lots. In terms of deployables, we've got quite a few. Guys, there's already tons of skins here. I don't think some tools are going to really make that much of a difference. And by themselves, hatchets and pickaxes, they don't really hold value that much, unfortunately. Go take a look yourself. Look at all the hatchets and pickaxes. Take a look at all the ones that came out in the past year. You'll notice that there is a bit of a problem. Yep, just take one quick look, and what do we see? Let's look, search by newest. Oh, it is by newest. All right, okay, yeah. So, do you see any of these in the positive? No? Well, now you understand the problem. They're just not holding up, unfortunately. So, yeah, JPEG, I don't think these tools are going to make that much of an impact. And I'm immediately going to sit here and say, you might notice that this is a continuation of the double-barrel shotgun that was accepted not too long ago. Yep, it's the Colosseum hatchet and pickaxe. Get a good look at that. I like the transparency there with the swirls and the designs. Like, in terms of what they produced here, this is a very nicely detailed, obviously ancient Greek themed. Is it Italian? I can't remember. Isn't it Italian? Colosseum would be Italian. Why is it? Yeah, I've got that mixed up. Oh dear. I've failed history. I've got to go back to school. But yeah, you can see it references all like the old pillars and whatnot. The age, tone, and texture and whatnot. Looks nice. So yeah, that's made by Zinc and Fresh. Looking very cool. Do you happen to like some old looking starred skins? Well, have I got the skins for you? Colosseum Tools. Do you like it or not? Please consider voting yes or no. Right, with that out of the way, we can start taking a look at some of these ranged weapons. Handguns. Yes, yes, yes. Right then, so we have the polystyrene bow. This is made by Mr. Redrex. This is the early image that I have. It's quite literally the polystyrene you might see when you unbox various things in packaging, whether it's toys and whatnot. It's made out of polystyrene. If you rub it, it makes that weird noise. If you keep scratching it, some of the stuff kind of comes undone and it's like snow, but it's made of plastic, and yeah, you get the idea. So if you like that, please consider voting yes or no. Then we got a glow-in-the-dark revolver. Yes, this is made by Null Fut. Get a good look at this. It's a GIF. And as you can see, aimed down the sight, it has a brown tip. But at night time, what do we see? A glow-in-the-dark barrel chamber and a red light. Bit goofy, but we don't really see many glow-in-the-dark weapons. I know it's not exactly the best advantage. It's actually a disadvantage, but some people probably would appreciate the idea of having some glow-in-the-dark weapons. They do look rather cool. So, yeah, I mean, the choice is yours. This is a glow-in-the-dark revolver skin. Nullfoot has made it. Would you like it? Please consider voting yes or no. Now, you might sit there and say, oh, I thought we're not supposed to have glow-in-the-dark weapons. No, we're not supposed to have glow-in-the-dark aim sights. That's too much of an advantage. You're allowed to have glow-in-the-dark weapons. That's totally fine. So, if you like it, please consider voting yes or no. Right, sap with holes. This is made by Hashaki. Get a good look at this. It's quite literally a sap, and it has holes in it. And unfortunately, we don't have a name down the sight image, but it looks like it's just grey. So, if you like what you see, please consider voting yes or no. Then we have the caustic sap. Immediately I see the aim down the sight. It's got a nice, very light green tip there. Should still be useful in the likes of the grassy areas. So this is made by Sil. Get a good look. It's got that very nice light green and grimy design. Seems like some of it's rubbing off. Seems like it's been used quite a lot. Do you like the idea of this? Do you like what you see? Please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Sil. Now we're going to move on to the likes of this Brat. Brat. What is Brat? Quicker, can you explain yourself? What is Brat? Why is Brat? Who is Brat? I don't know. It's a very weird name for a gun. I'm just going to say that. But yep, this is the Brat Sap. Get a good look at this. It's got a blue tip. A useful blue tip should be helpful for pretty much every single environment, as you can see. Yep. So with that, if you like it, please consider voting yes or no. Please consider voting for the Brat. Then we have the constructor set. This is made by Hedge. Get a good look at this. It's kind of reminding me of the one with the holes in it. This has a red tip on it though, so that's looking pretty cool. Oh, it's like Meccano. Yeah, it's like Meccano. It's the stuff that you kind of bolt together and make like models and stuff. We've had we'll probably see that tinsmith stuff in a bit, but yeah, as you can see, it's all like wrapped up and nailed down, and pretty cool idea. It's got some holes in it as well, so that holes sap kind of has some instant competition, but this one has a red tip, and I believe a lot of more people would like that. So if you like what you see, please consider voting yes or no for the constructor sap. Best of luck to you, Hedge. Then we got the neon charge sap. This is made by Panda's Workshop. You've recently started to appear in the workshop, haven't you? And you've been making some very interesting looking skins. Is this a glow-in-the-dark sap? Let's get a good look at everything. Right, so this one does not glow in the dark. It just happens to look like it with its design. But this right here, that is glow in the dark. That is a glow in the dark weapon. And as you can see, no glow in the dark tip. Alright? Or maybe that is slightly glow in the dark. Probably. I'm not sure if Face Punch would approve of that then. But this is perfectly fine. So if you happen to like either of them, please consider voting yes or no for Panda's Workshop's Neon Charged Sap. Now we got the Sapnana, a continuation of the banana collection. The banana! Right, so as you can see, it's the same type of design. It's a weapon. It's yellow. It's got yellow banana flesh all over it. It smells like bananas. It kind of looks like bananas. It's a banana weapon. So, yep, green tip right there. Yellow design on the actual weapon itself. Get a good look at this. Right, so we've got a banana skin right here, don't we? And we can see all of the banana skins right here. And how are they doing at the moment? Not the best, unfortunately. Quite a lot of them have been struggling since the summer sale. Haven't fully recovered yet. Towards the end of this year, when we see post-Christmas, will we see these potentially go up in price? I think we will. I'm confident in it reasonably. I've got buy orders on them. I didn't buy a ton of them, but yeah. So basically, I do feel like these will work out in the long term. If we were to see the SAP being accepted, or would it make these spike in demand and spike in price? Well, it didn't happen when the MP5 was accepted this week. When the collection only consists of weapons, most of the time the collection won't really do very well. So when a new weapon is to be introduced or potentially not accepted, it's not really gonna have an impact. It's not really going to cause the pre-existing skins to spike in demand, spike in price, if that makes sense. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Best of luck to you, Mr. Debski and PYH. I'm sure people would welcome another banana skin, but please consider dabbling into deployables and clothing and armor. You got a lot of weapon skins now, or at the very least, do a revolver skin. We need more revolver skins. Yes, revolver skins. Yes. Python Redtron. This is made by Just 7, yes, okay. Seems you probably changed your name. A very cool, sleek design. Pretty colourful. Aim down the sight. What's the colour on the tip? The colour on the tip is... It looks like it's yellow or white. Should be helpful. Should be. It's kind of hard to tell what colour that is, but yeah, I mean, it's alright. It is what it is. Do you think we need another Python skin? Please consider voting yes or no. Then we have the Elderly Python made by Sodsender. Get a good look at this. It's nice. It's aged. It's fairly old, a little bit rusted. The wood is showing signs of its age. Oh, wow. Oh, that's some pretty nice looking design to it. It's kind of like an antique weapon. Could have called it an antique Python. Or have we already had one called that before? Maybe. But it's definitely aged. Probably could do a bit of a nice scrub and rub, you get the idea. So it definitely, yeah, that just looks like a somewhat very dark brown tip right there. It's alright for what it is. I like the intended theme and whatnot, and I feel like a lot of people would like grounded designs like this. So let's see what happens there. If you like it, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Sodsender. Then we have the Visual Deaf Python. This is made by Delarai. Get a good look at this. Kind of like a zebra, isn't it? Yep, you got the skulls here all screaming. Why are they screaming? The real question is, why aren't you screaming? So, yes, get a good look at that. Aim down the sight. What's the colour on the tip? The colour on the tip is white. Get a good look at that. Yep, and then yep. So, if you like what you see, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Delarai. That is all of the handguns. Let's now move on to custom SMGs. I mean, SMGs in general. Sorry, not just custom SMGs. There's a lot of SMGs. Oh, and a pump shotgun, and some SAR skins, and an LR300. Right, let's go through all of that right now. So we got the Amazon Fury custom SMG. It's got a woman on it. Wow, it's got a woman on it. Not sure why. Oh wait, because it's Amazon. Duh. Well, Amazons or someone from the Amazon? I'm not sure. Maybe both. All right, cool. Yeah, nice. All right, get a good look at that. Aim down the sight. What do we see? It's looks like it's just dark green for the tip. Very well, very well. So, if you feel the need for another custom SMG skin, please consider voting yes or no. And you can see how they built up the skin from here. Get a good look at that whilst I take a drink. Right, there you go. You can see how the design developed. You can see the face slightly being altered here and there. I'm just quickly getting some water. I was running out of water. Very nice, Mr. Universe Kid. Best of luck to you. Then we have the Summer Vibes MP5. Get a good look at this. It's nice, it's colourful. It's got some pretty nice looking words all over here. Yep. Very cool. This is made by Mr. Verona. I think it's kind of supposed to look like surfboards. I think that's the type of idea that was trying to be expressed here. You got the peace signs and whatnot. Very colourful. Pretty cool looking design. No aim down the sight image, unfortunately. So if you like what you see, please... Are you going to move over there? There we go. If you like what you see, please consider voting yes or no. Do you like the Summer Vibes MP5? Show your support, yes or no. Alright, then we've got the MP5 trend. This is made by Kuvahu. I think they had a Twitter post saying, because pink is so trendy right now. I mean, very well. What does that say? Trend in a weird way. So trend in the Rust font. Right, I was trying to figure out what that was saying. Cool. And the aim sight is pink as well. Yay! It's all pink. It's beautiful. Do you like pink weapons? Well, Mr. Kovahu is providing this in front of you. Please consider voting yes or no if you'd like to see even more pink skins. Then we got the anime MP5. We have quite literally just had this anime AK-47 being accepted. Sold quite a lot, but we definitely see an issue in regards to it's just simply not very standout. We can see the style to it, but the actual texture, the colour of it and whatnot, it looks like a typical normal AK. When I look at this, I can see it's got a bit more of a red Hawaii and tint to it, which I guess he probably took that into consideration. Maybe some people were sending him feedback, and that's why we always suggest sending feedback if you don't happen to like a skin. So get a good look at that. Where's the actual anime? I don't know. Would that potentially be accepted? It's up to you. Please consider voting yes or no. If this were to be accepted, would it have an impact on the AK? I don't think so. No. I think that AK, unfortunately, is probably going to struggle in its own way. It's a fairly... It looks a bit too tame in its design, and when we see AKs like that, they tend to go down to about $1. Down 50% because it's a $2 skin, so it's gonna go down to $1. Yeah. So yeah, anime MP5. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. But I don't know. You know, you can vote for it if you like. We saw the AK being accepted. You never know, that might get accepted as well. Evan.Edge. Best of luck to you. Redemption MP5. Right. So this is made by Slanosta. This is a version 3. Get a good look at this. It's got that nice, ever so luscious looking shiny cranberry red metallic design to it. And we're now going to go ahead and talk about the Redemption Collection. So when did we last see a Redemption skin? It was the bolt action rifle. How's that doing? It's down 6% at the moment. Not the best, but how many of them on the Steam market? We can see that there is 111. 100 quantity tends to be the average, and in terms of the price, it's just 2 of these randomly being listed at $2.80 something. So I personally don't think it's like doomed or anything. I think it's perfectly fine. So as of now, with its buy orders kind of matching up quite nicely with the prices it's currently at, I don't think it's going to really struggle too much. I think it's going to retain value. It might be struggling a little bit now, but not forever. Now, this is an instance of when we see another Redemption skin being accepted, we do see the whole collection kind of become more invested into. Like the LR and the Thompson have only been like casually sitting there, increasing in price ever so slightly. So more and more redemption weapon skins are okay, but we would like to see some other types of skins being submitted. Mr. Schlenoster. I wouldn't be surprised if we do start to see that soon. We've got a lot of weapon skins right in front of us. Maybe it's time to consider making something else. Deployables, clothing and armour. You know what I'm on about. Yes, please. I think the likes of the MP5 would help out all of the skins if it were to be accepted. So, yeah, we'll talk more about that if it does. There's a fairly decent chance we'll see this being accepted because pretty much all of the other ones did. Still waiting on that custom SMG, but maybe it might be accepted for Force White. Maybe. So if you're a fan of the Redemption Collection, please consider voting yes or no. Then we got the Tinsmith. I was referencing this earlier when we saw that SAP. This has got the mechanical design to it. Everything bolted down, kind of got to nail it all together. Pretty cool approach. So this has 2 versions, I believe. Get a good look at this. Aim down the sight. It's just a grey tip. Yep. I'll close this, and we got the orange design right here as well. Very nice, very cool. This is made by Mr. Xenon, so yep. If you like it, you know what to do. Please consider voting yes or no. Then we have the wooden Thompson. This is made by Sadist. Get a good look at this. It's literally made out of wood. How does it shoot bullets? I don't know. How does it not stop itself from setting on fire? I have no idea. This is the wooden Thompson. If you like it, please consider voting yes or no. Get a good look at that once more. And away we go. Best of luck to you, Sadist. Now we got the Apache Thompson. Yes, not too long ago, we saw the Windwalker SAR being accepted. That was the Apache skin. So this was called Apache, got changed to Windwalker. It's not doing super great at the moment. The price of this went down. It didn't have a lot of support. People weren't super invested towards it. So they've got 20 content in the Steam market at the moment, by the way, though. That's actually looking pretty interesting. But anyway, moving on. Talking about this. If we were to see the likes of the Thompson skin being accepted, would that SAR potentially go up in price? I don't think so. No, I'm not expecting that. Weapons-only collections usually suffer. So if we saw another weapon skin to be accepted, I don't think it's going to magically go up in price. Best of luck to SMKSS Marduk and IGWT Menace. Get a good look at this, guys. It's colourful. It's got a pretty interesting design to it. Aim down the sight. What's the colour of the tip? The tip is red. That is useful for most environments. In fact, all of them, I believe. So get one good look at this and start making a decision. Or would you like to see this being accepted? Please consider voting yes or no. Now we're on to the No Mercy pump shotgun. Wow, get a good look at that. Now, I'm just going to immediately say, would the likes of this potentially being accepted cause the likes of the No Mercy collection to spike in demand, spike in price? No, and my reason for that is we've already got pretty much all the skins possible for... well, basically, No Mercy collection is the most popular collection in terms of acceptances. It's the most successful in terms of acceptances, is probably a better way of saying it. There's, like, I'll just show you. I was trying to be quick about it, but you got to show people. You have to explain. Look at how many skins there are. See all of that? See all of that? Yeah. A weapon skin's not going to magically cause 31 skins to spike in demand, spike in price. There's simply too much of it now. So it would be a welcome addition. Another pump shotgun would definitely be a nice thing to see. But if that were to be accepted, would it really have that much of an impact? Should I invest in this No Mercy collection? Nah. By default, you could, because in a long time it might still work out quite alright. But for this weapon's appearance, it's not going to really change that much. The demand isn't going to really change, so... Best of luck to you, Mr. Bad Trip and Hulk. Now we have the Panther. I've read it too quickly. Sorry, one sec. So this is the Panther SAR. This is another Panther skin to be submitted because we recently saw the Panther crossbow being accepted, didn't we? So last week we saw the Thompson. And this week we have Panther SAR. Yes. So Panther SAR, it actually has 2 versions, which you might have noticed. So this has a little yellow tip right there. Very nice, very useful, very clever. Yep. Get a good look at that. And then we have this alternate version. So one has like the back part of it, what do you call it, the stock, and this one doesn't. So yeah, stockless. If you like what you see, please consider voting yes or no. And if we were to see that, again, it's a case of it's weapons only. And weapons only tends to not work out very nice, unfortunately. Panther crossbow at the moment, not doing the best. But if we were to keep seeing some more weapon skins being accepted, or what could potentially happen, probably not that much. Only Redemption Collection recently has been a weapon collection that's worked out. All the other ones, nope. Now we got the Ice Skull LR300 made by Aeros. Get a good look at this. It's a hand with the hand on the skull, and it's making the skull go. So if you like what you see, please consider voting yes or no. Right, no aim down the sight image, it seems. Oh, that's a red tip right there. That's a red tip right there. Cool, 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 cool. Right, so best of luck to you, Mr. Eros. And then we've got plenty of AKs to talk about. So many AKs. Actually, no, it's only 3 this week. I've become so accustomed to saying it, I was expecting it. But no, it's a lot more calmer this week. So, we got the Starry Dream AK-47 made by Sun Art. Get a good look at this. It's got loads of clouds, the moon, the stars. Isn't it all nice and dreamy? Get a good look at that. Very nice to look at. Very appealing. Now we're going to go take a look at it in-game. So this is what you see when you aim down. It's an eyeball and it stares at you. Stares at you. Stares at your soul. It's got a black tip. Should be helpful. Should be good. So, yeah, if you like what you see, please consider voting yes or no. Then we got the Sci-Fi AK-47. Get a good look at this. It's kind of reminding me of the Asimov from CSGO. It's kind of reminding me of the Asimov. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So, yeah, get a good look at that. You know, if you play CSGO, you can see it as well, can't you? You're trying to play it off as sci-fi. Come on now. Right, so this is made by Upor and Hyper Monster. Get a good look at this. If you like what you see, please consider voting yes or no. And aim down the sight. What do we see there? Well, it's not actually aimed down the sight, but it's a red tip. Big red tip. Should be useful for all environments. Very good. Now we've got the Molten Visage AK-47. So this is actually a continuation of a collection. The Molten Visage collection, to be precise. And as you can see, no glow in the dark whatsoever. So, Molten Visage, how have you been? The last Molten Visage skin to be accepted was the sleeping bag, wasn't it? And that was over a year ago. And the answer is, nope, it was a door. Oh, because the door is accepted for complete the sets. I am a fool. A very silly fool. But yes, we have been seeing a fair few being accepted every year since 2019. So, if you are a fan of this AK, would you want to consider investing into this collection? I'm going to be brutally honest with you. I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. These skins have been around for a very long time. If we were to see an AK, I don't really think it's going to really cause that much difference. Maybe we saw some Molten Visage clothing and armour. We could probably see a bit of a difference. So I guess that's all I could personally think of. But yep, I don't think these are going to magically go up in price if we see the AK go up. So be accepted. So yeah, nothing wrong with it. It's just I don't think it's going to really change that much. So cool looking AK. Best of luck to you, Mr. Tricks. Let's see if that potentially goes up. Let's see if that potentially gets anywhere. Then we got the Woven L96 rubber L96. It's green, somewhat scaly. That's it. That's all I can tell from it. It's like plastic scales. All right then. So this is made by Ven. It also comes in a wooden design. Wow! Look at all of this weird design. It's certainly unique. I guess it's quite literally supposed to look as if it was woven by Grandma. I'm just not seeing all the stitching. It's a bit weird to look at. I will sit there and say that. So, creative idea? Sure. Is it something you like? Well, that's up to you. Please consider voting yes or no. Then we got the Generation white and black design for an L96 made by Legacy and Lifter. So, get a good look at that. Get a good look at this. Do you like the design? Are you a fan of it? Please consider voting yes or no. Please consider voting yes or no. It's a very sleek and more grounded approach. Very nice. Very appealing. Yes, yes, yes. Right. Well then, if you're a fan, please consider voting for either of them. Right then, the last weapon and tool skin to share this week is Mr. Robstar's Chrome M249. It looks like we have a video. So let's just make it HD. Oh, alright. Super HD. Very HD. Wow, look at the shine on that. Get a good glimpse. Right then, so we tend to see an M249 skin being accepted every 3 months. They're seasonal, joke, joke, but last year we saw a skin being accepted in March, in June, in September, and December. Mr. Robstar, I know it sounds very silly, but I think you've released this a month too early. And if you're a skin creator, you might want to make an M249 skin in September, because very weirdly, Facepunch seems to only accept these periodically every 3 months. So far this year, what have we seen? I can share this with you, M249. I was trying to do this quickly and I realised I've been talking for an hour and 15 minutes. So far this year, we've had the Toxic Wolf for spring, the Redemption M249 for the summer, but for the autumn fall season, we've got to wait another month maybe. So Robstar, a bit of a goofy joke there. Let's see if people can break the curse of routine and maybe we can see this potentially being accepted. It's up to you people. Please consider voting yes or no. Do you like the M249 Chrome design? It's in your hands. And with that, best of luck to you, Robstar. We've now talked about all of the weapons and tool skins. Please make a consideration. Which of these skins did you like the most? Feel free to comment. Which skins do you reckon had the best chance of being accepted? Feel free to comment on YouTube, yes. Now, you think about that. I'm going to take a quick drink and we'll move on to the armor and the clothing. All right. You know what? Let's just get all the skins because it's Tuesday and it's getting a little bit late and we might randomly see regularly scheduled Tuesday maintenance happening. So I don't want that to happen to me. I don't want to be affected by that. I'm going to have all of these links nice and ready so we don't suffer from that, okay? So, time to take a look at all of the armor and clothing. Here we go. We have the Pearl Poncho and we have a video, yes. Mr. Chillag, Director Extraordinaire. Oh, why do I have all these weird things? Right, there we go. Let's go experience Kino. Yes, what do we see this time with the pearlescent, shiny-looking poncho? Is there anything else to it? I know I've turned off the music. Maybe there's music to go with it. I turn it off usually just to be safe. You know, there might be DMCA issues or anything. I think it's just simply him standing there and enjoying the ocean behind him. So very nice to see there, Mr. Chillag. Now he's just thinking to himself, man. Man's just got to think. Oh, no, he's dead. No, he's not. Now he's just sitting there staring at the ocean again. Very cool. Right, so early this year, we had the likes of the pure gold poncho. Would you like to have a pure pearlescent poncho? The choice is yours. Please consider voting yes or no for Mr. Chillag. And with that, we shall proceed. Best of luck, Chillag. Let's see if that gets accepted. Right. Pirate Vagabond jacket. Yep, this is a pirate jacket. We've got all of the core pieces out of the way. Mr. Y9J is now considering making some other clothing and armor pieces. So, we currently have a pirate skin in the Rust store, don't we? And we've been talking about this recently as well because we've noticed some problems with the core pieces. So yesterday I uploaded a video called Pirate Collection Part 4 Oversaturation and Consequences. So with all of the sales that we've seen for the likes of Tier 3, Hoodie and Pants and Tier 2, well, there's a lot of people that bought them. A lot of people thought these skins were going to be foolproof and easy investments. And what led to a few days ago was some of these skins starting to struggle. Yes, you might have bought some of these skins for 99 cents each, but now they're only selling for like $1.15 or $1.17. What happened? Far too many people bought them in excess, and now they're all competing with each other to sell them on the Steam market. Prices are going down because of it. We're noticing a whole big fat chunk of them on the third-party sites. But anyway, if we were to see the likes of the jacket skin being accepted, get a good look at this. As you can see, it's showing off the... so basically it's following up the design of like a pirate map being drawn on like a pirate flag that's been kind of turned into a makeshift piece of clothing. Very nice, very cool. So yeah, will this have an impact on the likes of the pirate collection? I think it would. You know, loads of people do still like to run around in their jackets and whatnot. Of course they would. You got to use what you have. So back to here. Sorry about that. We are looking at... Oh, wait, what am I doing? I have it here. Sorry, I'm getting mixed up now. I'm having a stupid Hedge moment. I've been talking non-stop for an hour and 20 minutes. The air has stopped going to my head, and I'm not thinking properly. I think we would see a bit of a spike in demand. Not an insane one, but after this jacket, I can't imagine much else. And in terms of jackets, we don't see many of those being accepted. Jacket skins aren't exactly something that we see commonly. We very rarely see them appear. So if it were to happen, I'd be surprised, but I think we would see a bit of a spike in demand. Not an insane one, not like a new core piece being accepted, but still fairly noticeable. In the grand scheme of things, I do think the Pirate Collection will be progressing quite nicely, regardless of the amount of sales and whatnot, and regardless of the amount of stuff that's in circulation. But if you want to learn a little bit more about that, you're going to need to go ahead and watch my Pirate Collection Part 4 video. It's insightful and helpful and really points out all the potential problems we might have with the collection. So, yeah, that's up to you. I'm really pointing to you towards many different things, aren't I? So best of luck to you, Mr. Y9J. Let's see if that works out all right for you. Now we have the wrapped pants made by Mr. Shedmon, accompanied with the wrapped hoodie. So get a good look at this design, people. He's got keep out and danger and whatnot. Do you want people to fear you? Just tape loads of danger signs all over yourself. Caution, keep out, warning. So, yeah, a bit goofy of a design. Not too, how do I say this? He's not exactly trying to stay camouflaged and not be seen, so I'm not sure a lot of people would greatly appreciate the design, but in terms of a goofy, silly design, yeah, I think that works out alright. But it's not like you're going to hide in the grassy areas and whatnot with that, are you? People will probably see you with the colour scheme, so it's up to you. Do you like it? Please consider voting yes or no. And now we have the likes of the container pants and the vest and the coffee can. Yes, so this is a fun little idea. It's basically the basic design in terms of what the default tier 2 looks like, but they've replaced each and every panel with a logo that references some of the things that we see in Rust itself. So you've got like Zen Labs there, you probably got, let's see here, did I write them all down? I can't remember all of them off by heart. That's a bit awkward. CCSC, yeah, stuff like that. So, yeah. It's not an insanely mad design, but no one else has done this before. And it is quite surprising no one's done that yet. So, yeah. It's in your hands, guys. Papa Cole, he thought of something goofy. He made it. Now it's right here in front of you. Do you like what you see? Would you like to see more? Please consider voting yes or no. Why does this have cat whiskers and a ooh-woo face? What have you done, Papa Cole? What have you done? Unforgivable. Unforgivable. He does have a competitor this week, though. We have it right here before you, Clark Dennis's Gold Net Tier 2. Get a good look at this. Yes, it's kind of weird to look at. But, yep, Gold Web Tier 2 right there in front of you. It doesn't appear to be transparent. It's got like a black oozy design covered in this gold wrap netting type of design. So, kind of interesting. You know, you could have just wore underwear, right? You could have just worn the underwear. Right, well, that is what it is. And, yeah. If you like it, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Clark Dennis. Now we've got the Welder Man, face mask and chest plate. Get a good look at this. We've had some welding theme skins before, but they're old, very old. But quite literally like an actual official welding mask. This right here is a mask that was welded together. As you can see, like the rivets and whatnot. He looks like he's got an angry face. An angry, riveted face. Ha ha ha. Alright, so if you like the idea of makeshift armour and clothing and whatnot, this is probably the type of skin for you. This is made by Vitalik and the One. If you like it, please consider voting yes or no. Now we've got the metallic dress code. This is made by Mishka, by himself as a solo this week it seems. Mr. Mishka, what do we have here? We have the metallic dress code mask. Pretty interesting, very nice. And then we have a different version, which isn't white, it's more grey in design and whatnot. Very cool. Is this like a masquerade ball type of approach? Get a good look at this. Ah, right, so it's a tuxedo with a covered mask. for those socialite type of parties. Oh, I see. Right, I get you. I get you. What was that Tom Cruise movie? Eyes Wide Shut, that's it. Yes, that's exactly... I don't think it's actually directly referencing that, but you get the idea. You could probably think of that. So, pretty cool approach. Are you a fan of it? Please consider voting yes or no. Please consider voting yes or no. Now we got the Rhino metal chest plate. So, not too long ago, we saw the likes of the White Rhino Tier 3. In fact, wasn't that last week? It was, what's the answer? It was, and yeah, okay, so what's just happened is regularly scheduled Tuesday maintenance. Looks like that's just happened now, so these images aren't going to work after a while in a minute as well. So yeah, not too long ago, Mr. Jimmick produced the White Rhino Tier 3 armor. It was basically exactly this, but white themed. Well, what you can see, white colored, what you see here is a more desert approach in terms of it's textured to be more coloured like the desert, light brown, I guess you could say. And yeah, that's essentially it. You can see how he's trying to quite literally show it to you. So looks like White Rhino was, of course, intended for the snowy Arctic environments, and this one right here is intended for the desert environment. If you like what you see, please consider voting yes or no. This is Mr. Jimmick and Shepesh's Rhino Metal Tier 3 armor. Now we have Concentric. It's the final skin to talk about this week. Concentric Tier 3. We have Concentric Tier 3, two versions, version 1 and this version. I believe it's simply a slightly different change of the colour. I missed a confusion. I wouldn't worry too much about that. I just don't think people would care too much about the slight difference in coloration. Nothing to really worry about is what I'm saying. So, not too long ago, we did see the likes of the Concentric Tier 2 being accepted. Not this week. What week was it? Was the week after this, I think. Yep, there it is. Right, so Concentric Tier 2 took us by surprise, and we were considering, right, well, it did sell quite a lot. Is it actually in demand? It's a bit of a goofy design. Well, we did see the sales starting to go down a fair bit, but when we saw this being submitted, we did see a whole bunch of people jump in and buy out some stock, and that happened yesterday, but we're probably not going to be able to see it, because the, oh no, it's fine, maintenance might have been a bit weird, but yeah, that happened. What happened there? What happened there? I'm led to believe because people noticed that the Tier 3 was being submitted. Remember, people will do anticipation purchases if they really do feel the likes of the Concentric collection will continue. So, yep, you can also see a spike in price here because someone bought out 60, 70, 90, about 90 stock right there within a couple hours. And then for the Concentric helmet, I think regularly scheduled Tuesday. No, it's good. Yeah, and same thing there. So someone noticed that more Concentric stuff was submitted to the workshop, and they've made a move. It might be risky, but if it works out for them, they probably made a whole bunch of profit. Potentially. So that, yes, by default, 100%. If we do see more Concentric core pieces being introduced and accepted in a future Rust store, you will see the Tier 2 go up in price. It will spike in demand, it will spike in price. It might not be super duper crazily in demand at the moment, but it will spike in demand still. Even if people aren't, even if a lot of people aren't favourable to it, it will still spike in demand. It will still spike in price. And yeah, that basically applies to every single clothing armor piece. I did make a video talking about this not too long ago called, well, we'll just have to find it real quickly. It is right over here. Dealing with low demand rust skins, are they still profitable? And the basic moral is, when looking at the likes of the, what was it called? Low poly collection, which it wasn't in demand. When we saw the hoodie and pants being accepted, they sold quite all right. But after a while, when they left the Rust store and whatnot, they lost interest. People didn't care. The price went down. But about a month later, we saw the Tier 3 being accepted. Guess what? The hoodie and pants at one point were obviously very low in demand and going down in price. Suddenly changed, did a 180, and suddenly it spiked in demand, it spiked in price. Worked out. It was fine, it was good. And then after that, when the new low poly skins disappeared from the Rust store, interest was lost again, price went back down again, and then Tier 2 appeared and it spiked demand once more. So yes, these skins that might be perceived as low demand can still spike in demand, spike in price if we do see core pieces being added. So, yeah, everything's lining up pretty nicely. Best of luck to you, Mr. Confusion. Let's see if that tier 3 potentially gets accepted. And with that, that was every single skin from this week. Which one was your favourite? Which one do you think has the best chance of being accepted? Feel free to comment on the YouTube video. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for watching the entire video. That was 98 skins this week. I thought, you know what? I could be very fast this week. I reckon I could make it a shorter video. Nope. I had the weird nose problem. Stupid things happen, but when I have to talk and explain, I really will put the effort in to make sure that I explain everything so everything is clear to you and you don't suffer with any sort of confusion and mistakes and problems, and you get the idea by now. So, sorry to reference that I've made some videos recently, but these will help you out. They will give you a nice kind of sense of what the hell's going on over the case of the next few weeks and what might be happening with the likes of the Pirate Collection. I make these videos for a reason. I'm trying to help you out. Now, of course, don't forget, this week it is the August Force Wipe. We are now, we've just entered August. And one notable thing that we should probably be aware of, we very likely will see a very high peak player count this year. All the kids are out of school, essentially in the Americas. I'm not sure South America, but I'm pretty sure North American kids are out of school at the moment with summer vacation. European kids are now out of school with summer holidays, summer vacation. We very likely will see potentially more than 182,000 peak players playing in this Thursday. I think we're now entering a point where we're potentially going to be seeing prices starting to rise for Ruskins for the month of August. With loads of people playing, loads of investment will go towards skins, and yep, prices should go up because there's an increased demand for all the skins. Will we go even further beyond compared to what we saw for January this year? We already surpassed it with July. Let's see what happens this next month, and over the course of the next 2 days. I'm starting to go a bit funny because I've been talking non-stop for about an hour and a half. So I reckon I should stop. Right then, gentlemen. So, once more, I say thank you all to watching this video. Keep an eye on the sales. And remember, every single week, you'll gotta keep an eye on the workshop. You never know what might appear. Right then. So, one final thing to bring up to all of you. You might have seen this. There is a charitable Rust event happening in October time. You can see it right here in the collection. So if you go to... Stop. Go to the Rust Workshop. Come on, it's a bit slow because regularly scheduled Tuesday maintenance is about to happen. So here is the main page to the Rust Workshop. Hover over Browse, click Collections. You will notice there is a charitable Rust 2023 Twitch Drops contest. And as you can see, all the new Twitch Drops will be appearing right here. Not the chef hoodie there, that's just a placeholder. There have been some submissions already, they just haven't been included into this. So these are definitely going to be Twitch Drops. You'll be able to get these skins for free, so... keep an eye on this. You'll notice some very interesting submissions, I'm sure, and you will be able to get them for free when the event starts on October 14th to the 15th. Sounds good? Right, so with that, we're all done. Thank you very much for watching today. Greatly appreciate you being here, and with that, I'll probably see you tomorrow with my abnormal buy orders. Get a good look in the description. You'll see a link to my Twitch, and I will be streaming like 8 o'clock in the evening tomorrow in the UK, and we'll discuss prices for the abnormal skins, and we'll do buy orders for the abnormal skins. Sounds good? Lovely. Well, catch you later. See you, and goodbye.